Chapter 3. Finding your niche and figuring out where to begin. Everyone has a voice and wants to be heard, or at least appreciated. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, or something that I've learned since writing this book is an ambivert. Don't ask me how to spell that, but apparently it's a collaboration of an introvert and an extrovert. Welcome to the club, whoever those people are. Maybe that's all of us. The DISC, or the DISC profile, which is dominance, influence, steadiness, and consciousness. I don't know that is exactly what that word says that I'm supposed to read, but we're going to go with consciousness. Conscientiousness. I don't know. If you want to know what the real spelling is, just call me, I guess. Or one of the MBTI personalities on Myers-Briggs. I know at first you guys thought that was going to be like a Backstreet Boys song or something. Nope. We are all someone and want the world to know it. The mediums we choose are those comfortable to us and typically to others similar to us. It's human nature. We feel more comfortable around people that don't judge us or make us feel bad. And when you're building or growing your brand, business, or personality, people who appreciate you will flock to you. But how do you figure out who exactly you are? You know, like that song by, I don't know, is it the Rolling Stones? Who are you? Who? Is that the Rolling Stones? Gosh, if you're listening and that's not the Rolling Stones, I did not mean to embarrass myself like that or to be wrong about that. I am sorry. But how do you figure out who you are? You may already have an idea of what you can offer to the world or what you're best at. Start by thinking about where you spend your time or what you search for most online. That's like actually a ridiculous thing. Start a spreadsheet of the things that you search for every single day, and you'd be surprised at some of the things that you actually do search for all the time. PG rating there, folks. Consider what you think about, talk about, or dream about. Are those answers something you love, something that make you feel good, or are they just experiences you want to try? Does the title in your resume exude something you enjoy doing? It's a serious question, one that you need to think about before starting or continuing along this journey. This is going to be tough if you want to walk down a path you're not passionate about. You may build a following, but you'll be miserable at the end of the day. At the end of the journey, you might be miserable, right? Imagine like you create this great opportunity for yourself. People love it and people follow you, but it's not something that you're passionate about. You're more than likely, when you have bad days, to throw in the towel than when it's around a topic that you love. If you're in the exploration phase, think about documenting everything you do for the next week. You should do this anyway, all the time. The food you eat, the conversations you have, what articles you read, what you watch on Netflix. First mention of Netflix, page 12. And what you search for online. Create a spreadsheet or use the template at this is where you go to anomalymethod.com to track how much time you spend on each and how you feel engaging in each activity. Place a number 1 to 4 next to the activity, ranking on how you feel, 1 being low and 4 being high. At the end of the week, you'll have a general idea of what you do during an average week. Don't force your answers to make them seem one way instead of the truth. That will not do anything positive for you. You want to be as accurate as possible with what currently holds your time and attention, right? So like when you're self-evaluating yourself, don't give yourself a 4 because you think you like that thing. Give a real accurate answer to that. Oftentimes, it's shocking how much more time we have in our lives than we think. A binge of a hit TV series, consuming hours of online content, sleeping 10 hours a night, or hanging out at the bar multiple times a week could be the wake-up call that your time is more poorly spent than you originally thought. This task is not to make you feel bad about yourself, but designed to show you where you're spending your time, efforts, and talents. I've literally done this task on clients and found dozens of hours a week that they didn't think that they had. Oh, I don't have time to do this. And then I was like, all right, let's go through your days. And literally hours a day, I was able to find. It's a lot. So, After 7 days, review the document and break it down into categories of sleeping, eating, content consumption, content creation, family, friends, working, and exercising. There are most likely others, but this is a template to get started. Now look at your rankings or your feelings under each of these. Are you getting closer to seeing when you're happy and when you're not? Take your content consumption and create categories and break down which content you enjoyed and which one you didn't. When trying to figure out what you love to do, it's likely right in front of you, but you may not see it or know how to make a living from it. So maybe you like roller coasters and you tend to watch a ton of roller coaster videos. That's like what I used to do. Or wrestling, or triathlon training, or learning about business or marketing, or watching the Rock movies. I don't know. Let's say that while reviewing your stats, you realize you love roller coasters. I said that and then I literally wrote about it 2 seconds later. That's ridiculous. Let's say that while reviewing your stats, you realize you love roller coasters. You dream about riding them and you're intrigued with how they work. You love the thrill that amusement parks offer and would love to find ways to make a career out of it some way, somehow. What's interesting about that is, remember, I haven't read this book. The last time I actually read this book was when I voiced it originally, which was 14 months ago. And so I've like looked over chapters, but not in its entirety. And so the fact that I was still thinking that's interesting. And then I wrote it even a year and a half before that. So just wild. Or perhaps you're a parent who answers a lot of questions for newer parents through online forums and meetups in your local community. You love helping new parents get results with their families. It could be that after a lifelong career of recreational swimming, you become a head coach of a swim team and realize you aren't passionate about being a swimmer, but coaching others and helping them learn the skills you have developed over the years. You take a lot of images on your cellular device and see that you're on the IG, that's Instagram, and Dribble, which is 3B's, DRIBBLE. I just wanted to say triple B. Seeking inspiration and education. You love images of antique photography and regularly take pictures and post them yourselves. As you begin understanding what you love to do and the complementary skills you possess, you move toward finding your niche. You're finding what makes you unique. And if you're not happy in your current career, do some soul searching. Ask yourself if you're unhappy with your surroundings or if the job is wrong for you. Or maybe it's both. This may seem unimportant, but having a passion in what you do is one of the number one qualities that helps others flock to you and follow you on your journey to becoming an anomaly. Oh, it's supposed to be the anomaly. That I'm supposed to say the anomaly, not an anomaly. It's vital to understand who your customer is, but let's not put the cart before the horse. Before becoming a customer, they're a prospect on a target or a target customer. I want to say a paragraph before, again, this may seem unimportant, but having a passion in what you do is one of the number one qualities that helps others flock to you and follow you on your journey to become an anomaly. The reason I think that's so important is because, again, when times are tough in your business or your career, if you're doing something that you love, you're more than likely to keep with that. Also, people will, your feelings and excitement about your business will be contagious, and others will want to, did I use that word before, contagious? No. Others will see that and will want to, I'll use the word again, flock to you. So when you're really into something, people will see that in your energy, and it's contagious, and others that are into that will see that with you and want to be a part of that. All right, Chapter 3, Roadmap. What do you love? Again, if you want to get the Anomaly Method Roadmap, you go to anomalymethod.com or just simply email me, zach@startwithhatch.com, and I'll send it to you. Number 2, where do you spend your time? Take an inventory on your next 7 days and rank them 1 to 4 and how you enjoy them. 1 being low, 4 being high. Number 3, break down your week and determine where you spend your time and what you love doing. Number 4, what is that niche? What is the thing that you've been figuring out? That's it for Chapter 3. Moving on to Chapter 4.